Hello. We've been waiting for you. Please sign.
I just don't feel right playing around with the gadgets and games here when there are robots to rescue. Please, let's start a mission. All right, we still got places to go and robots to rescue. Click on any of the buttons near the bottom of the transquizzer.
One of the oldest and most peculiar inventions of all time is the boomerang. A boomerang is hardly more than a curved stick, but it puzzled scientists for many years. Nobody could explain why it returns to the person who throws it in the air. The people who made the first boomerang didn't know why it worked. They only knew that it worked. What was the first boomerang used for?
It's a sad fact of history, Miss Winkle, but the world's first mailman was a lazy fellow. He was sick of making his rounds, so he figured out a way to attach the letters to a boomerang. That way he could deliver the mail without leaving his house.
That's right, Polly. The boomerang was invented by the world's first mailman. And you should have seen the muscles that developed in his throwing arm, especially during the holidays when he had all those extra packages. Oh, my.
Give me a break. How could you deliver the mail with a boomerang? My guess is that the boomerang was invented way before the postal system. We better do something about this historical blunder. We don't want the postal workers to get mad at us. Click on the inventory button to put away the transquizzer.
Boo-Booey has found an error. Well, I've got Oswald, the robotic mailman, on my side. He's back in time making sure I score 100 on my quiz. You want Oswald to return? First, find these 4 clues: a slingshot, a bird's nest, a lock and key, and a surfboard.
Who's going to deliver the mail now that Polly's reprogrammed Oswald, the robotic mailman? It's time to return Oswald to sender. Let's find those clues and do like a boomerang. We'll throw ourselves into history, and then we'll come back again. Stand back now while I sense the place out. Hey, we're in luck. I'm sensing a mission clue in the painting gallery. Voila! Another mission clue is hidden in the professor's virtual collection. That's in the art gallery. You must like art. Remember, click on the machine to look through the virtual... Back in the painting gallery. Hey, Polly!
Time to paint me a picture, Rockley, if you want that mission clue. See if you can figure this out. The flying saucer. The dark gray flying saucer landed in the living room near a rock. Click on an empty frame to start something new, or click on a... Hey, it's...
noticed. Shh! Okay, you can look at some famous works of art in the virtual collection by clicking on that machine. Or you can click on the painting gallery in the back if you want to get creative.
Okay, Botley and Company. There is a clue in the virtual collection. You just have to figure out where.
Would it be too much to ask you for a little hand, Polly?
Another clue? When Daddy created you, Blotley, why did he make you so clueless?
That's a hint, Botley. Polly wants you to find a religious painting of God creating man.
Okay, Polly hit a mission clue in here.
In this religious painting, this famous painting of God reaching down to earth to create the first man was painted on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel in Rome, Italy. Lying on his back, Michelangelo painted this religious scene onto the wet plaster ceiling of the chapel. Can you see the cracks in the plaster?
Ding dong, Polly calling. Before I give in that easy, here's another obstacle.
Not a problem. No need to panic. Just take your time and match the sides.
This is a puzzle of homonyms. Homonyms are words that sound the same, but are spelled differently and have different meanings.
Now, terrific! This floor's empty. Sensors on. I'm gonna run a sweep of this floor. I'm picking up a clue reading in the shrinking machine room. Look, we're at the Shrink-O-Matic again.
Just let me know if you need any information about my darling specimens.
Well, Clueless, you might as well know there's a mission clue hidden in one of the specimens. This hint should make it clear where it's hidden. Watch out for Egbert. He's a mad scientist. He invented this specimen in order to contaminate the world's pork supply.
Trust me, Miss Polly is the mad one.
Here's Polly's hint. Look for the specimen that can contaminate the pigs we eat.
Tapeworm.
Do you think that...
Bon voyage, Botley. That's French, you know.
Later! Back here. Here it comes! That's it! Take the clue and put it in your inventory. Then, on to complete this mission. There are no mission clues on this. Stand back now while I sense the place out. Okay, all sensors indicate that Polly hid a mission clue in the observatory. Uh-oh, I'm picking up vibrations that tell me that Polly's launched another one of the mission clues into space.
I hope you and your buddy enjoyed the void, because that's where you're headed.
I think you know what to do. Click on the telescope and we'll get started. Look, Polly's radio transmission is in the gravitational pull of the black hole. We have to knock it loose if we want to get that hint. Polly's hints are 6 radio packets big. Looks like a shower of comets is approaching, so watch out! If they get too close, turn the back of the ship toward them, and you probably won't sustain any damage. Whoa, you turned away from the comet just in time! Another asteroid bites the dust. Great! You got another radio wave packet. Wait a minute. Nice shooting. You got a radio packet. Great! You got another radio wave. Great! You got another thanks. All right. You got all the radio packets. Now we can decode Polly's hint. Back at the alien decoder, and it looks like Polly's hint is about to reach us from the black hole. Once again, it's all scrambled. Obviously, she's doing that on purpose. Click and drag the blocks of words to create a complete sentence. See, the sentence is basically okay. I couldn't make any sense out of that, but you managed to find a real sentence. Great! See, the sentence is basically okay. Great! You decoded one of the sentences. Okay, now here's the next piece of Polly's clue. See, the sentence is basically okay. Great! You decoded one of the sentences. Not done yet. There's more to figure out. I see what's happening. I couldn't make any sense out of that, but you managed to find a real sentence. Great! It seems the sentence is assembled correctly. I couldn't make any sense out of that, but you managed to find a real sentence. Great! See, the sentence is basically okay, but there are more words. Great! You decoded the entire hint.
I come out only at night. I slink across the sky and hunt. In my tail, there is a deadly stinger. Nobody knows when I will strike. Watch me slink across the sky. I am the dangerous scorpion.
Great! You unscrambled Polly's hint. Now let's go to the... You have an idea which Click on any of the constellations, and this machine will tell you a little bit about...
Scorpio.
Hey, you're right on target! Here comes the spaceship!
We made contact!
Wow, that was wicked. Just put the... We made it! We... All right, things are going well. up another mission. Click the on button to start the wheel.
You're clued in to the only game show that can literally throw you back in time. I'm your host, Monty Monitor, and this is Pollywood Squares. Your first clue is a slingshot, and it will tell you what this mission is all about. A slingshot is a forked stick with an elastic strap used for hurling stones. It's a smaller version of an ancient weapon called a sling. Ancient warriors used the sling to launch the world's first missiles. Which of the following ancient weapons is most like a slingshot? Bullseye! The bow and arrow is like a slingshot that shoots pointy sticks. In ancient times, it was used in warfare and for hunting. People now use the bow and arrow to play what sport? Bullseye! Archery is the name of the sport using bows and arrows. Like many games, archery has its origins in combat. Which of the following toys was also once a weapon? Terrific! Boomerangs were invented for hunting animals. Your accurate aim has helped you find what your mission is all about.
Bang, zoom! Polly sent Oswald the mailman robot back to the time when boomerangs were invented. Keep going, you're doing great.
Your second clue's a lock. The lock is the key to finding out where you need to go on your mission. Locks may seem like a modern invention, but people were using locks as far back as 3,400 years ago. Where was the lock invented 3,400 years ago? That's the key. The ancient Egyptians were the first to invent locks and keys. Egypt is located on which continent? Survey says yes. Egypt is in Africa, and Africa is the second largest continent next to Asia. Africa is a continent made up of many countries. Which continent has only one country on it? Aye, mate, you did it! Australia is the only continent that's also a country. It's famous for koala bears, kangaroos, and yes, boomerangs.
Okay, so boomerangs were invented in Australia. That means we're 2 clues away from getting Oswald back.
Your third clue is a bird's nest. The bird's nest will lead you to the people who invented the boomerang. Birds build nests to keep their eggs safe and warm. Which bird builds a big nest since it lays the world's largest egg? Exactly! The African ostrich is the world's largest bird. It makes sense that it would lay the largest egg. The African ostrich is too big to fly. Which other bird can't fly either? That's right. Emus are enormous flightless birds. So big, in fact, that some people ride them like horses. The emu was hunted by the people who inhabited Australia long before the Europeans arrived. What are those people called? Absolutely! The Aborigines invented the boomerang. Some Aborigines maintained their ancient way of life.
So the boomerang was invented in Australia by the Aborigines. Now all we need is a date.
Attention all dudes! Your fourth clue is a surfboard. Ride the wave to when in history your mission will take you. You may think the surfboard is a modern invention, but it's not. An explorer named Captain James Cook sailed to the Pacific Ocean 200 years ago, and boy, was he shocked to find people riding the waves on surfboards. Captain James Cook was a European explorer who sailed to the Pacific Ocean from which country? Close, but not close. Jolly good. Captain Cook was an Englishman who made an expedition to Australia 200 years ago. Soon after that, many English people moved to Australia. England didn't send just anybody to Australia. Which English people originally came to Australia? Strange but true. The original English settlers of Australia were convicts who were forced to leave Europe. English convicts came to Australia long after the Aborigines first arrived. When did the Aborigines first get to Australia? Great! 40,000 years ago, the Aborigines arrived in Australia. That was probably the time when they invented the boomerang.
You did it! Aborigines invented the boomerang in Australia 40... Well, this is it. The journey into time. Click on me to start the trip. Next stop, Australia, to watch the invention of the boomerang. Heads up! No telling how good the Aborigines' aim was back then. Hey, there's Oswald the robot mailman. What's he gonna do to that Aborigine? I mean, how do you change something as simple as the invention of the boomerang? Whoa! He's gonna try to deliver the mail with it. Hit that recall button before he makes a special delivery. There you go. The boomerang was invented for hunting, not mailing. Now hold on while I steer this contraption back. Phew, we made it back. Always a good sign. Press the back button on the utility belt to leave the time machine. We need to put this robot to rest. Hey, things are looking up here. We've added another robot to the roost. Can you say sweet dreams?
Another robot safe at home. I bet you think you're the smartest little robot in the world now, don't you, Gutley? Well, you're not as smart as I am, and I'm gonna make the next mission so tough you'll beg to be taken to the scrap heap.
All right, we still got places to go and robots to rescue. Click on the inventory to start a mission. Let's take a look.
Money's the most fascinating invention of all time. Before money, people used the barter system. If you wanted a loaf of bread, you had to give the bread maker something you made in exchange. But if he didn't want what you made, well, you didn't get your bread. The world's first money were coins. Why were coins invented?
Oh, coins were necessary, you see, because people wanted to get candy bars out of candy machines, and everyone knows that you need coins for that, and the early machines didn't take bills.
It's true. For thousands of years, vending machines stood around in fields and meadows untouched by human hands. No one knew how to get the candy out of them. Then coins were invented. They were the keys that unlocked those sweet treasure chests.
I think Polly has an abscess in her wisdom tooth. Does she really think that vending machines came before coins? Oh, there's no telling what she's planning this time. Click on the inventory button to put away the transquizzer.
I'll tell you what I'm planning, Rotley. I've sent Verna, the Vendbot, back in time to the invention of coins. If you ever want to see Verna again, I'd suggest you find these 4 clues. A hammer, a scale, chopsticks, and a cash register.
Verna the Vendbot. She's our mobile vending machine. Of course, here on the mountain, the candy she stores is free. Polly must have programmed her to take coins. We gotta get her back here before snack time. Careful now, I'm gonna sense around here. Okay, all sensors indicate that Polly hid a mission clue in the observatory. I sense that Polly's launched another one of the mission clues into space.
Get ready for a fun-packed thrill ride to the bottomless pit.
When will she stop? Why, if I was her father... Just click on the telescope and I'll help you save the world. So there's Polly's transmission and our hint. You better act fast before it's sucked into the black hole. Polly's hints are 6 radio packets through. Looks like a shower of comets is approaching, so watch out! If they get too close, turn the back of the ship toward them, and you probably won't sustain any damage. Wow! That glow! You turned away from the comet just in time! Wow! That asteroid is obliterated! Way to maneuver! You got another radio... Comet deflected, no damage! Another asteroid bites the dust. Great! You got another radio wave packet! Wait a minute! Wow! That asteroid... Whoa! You turned away from the comet just great! You got another radio wave packet! Another asteroid bites the... Nice shoot! You got a radio packet! Great! We have all the packets! Now we have to decode Polly's... We've got to get that transmission out of the black hole's clutches. Otherwise, we won't get Polly's hint. Polly's hints are 6 radio packets through. Looks like a shower of comets is approaching. So great! You got another radio wave packet. Nice shoot! You got a radio packet. Comet deflected, no damage. Nice shoot! You got a radio packet. Another asteroid bites the dust. Great! Whoa, you turned away from the comet just in time! Great! You got another radio wave packet! That's it! Now it's time to decode Polly's message. Here comes Polly's message, fresh from the brink of the black hole. Get ready to use the decoder. Yep, either Polly's finally lost. I see what's happening. We have too many... Great! You decoded one of the sentences. Almost there, but it seems Polly left a grammatical boot. I see what's happening. We have... I couldn't make any sense out of that, but you managed to find a real sentence. Great! I see what's happening. Great! You decoded one of the sentences. Something's not right. We gotta fix this sentence. I see what's happening. Great! You decoded one of the sentences. Not done yet. There's more to figure out. I see what's happening. You make quick sense out of that messy sentence. Almost there, but it seems Polly left a grammatical booby trap. I see what's happening. Great! You decoded the entire hint.
They call me Chiron, king of the centaurs. I am not an ordinary man. What man has a horse's tail and 4 legs? Centaurs are ferocious like wild horses. I can shoot the scorpion with my deadly arrow. I stand in the sky with an arrow in my hand.
Okay, you unscrambled the hint. Click on any of the constellations, and this machine will tell you a little bit about them.
Centaurus is named after the mythical beast called centaurs. Centaurs were savage creatures that were men from the waist up, but horses from the waist down. Carina represents the keel of Jason's ship, the Argo. Without a Tucana, Eridanus is a mythical river that flows across the night sky. When one Sagittarius represents Chiron, the king of the centaurs.
Hear that? You must be right. And here comes the spaceship.
We've made contact!
Hey, this floor's empty. Sensors on. I'm gonna run a sweep of this floor. Great. I've got a strong reading in the professor's biosphere. Oh, yes. There's not enough energy to launch the Explorer. Okay. Time to power up. Pick the right batteries and plug them in. One ring down, one more to go. Wow, that was fast! Now hold on tight! It's always so cool! Now back to saving the world. Bingo! I've sensed a mission clue in the music hall. Of course the door is locked again. We'll have to get Beethoven to give us a hand with the password.
I'm not totally deaf, you know. Just let me know if you need a few pointers. It seems you've created some kind of word, but it's not the right word. Click on the button next to the what you do with a book. Read.
Great job!
Right.
Great job!
Stamp.
You've got a real talent.
Mail.
You figured out all 4 words.
You are correct. The password is letter.
Hey, you got us in the door. Let's...
Polly-o, 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 Polly-o.
We're ready.
You cannot stop me. Play this song, Dudley. I want to hear it like it was meant to be heard.
Click.
The music is all mixed up. If you want to hear how it's supposed to sound, click on me and I'll play it for you.
To play the piece as you've arranged it, click on the play button on the instrument selector. You did it!
This song is a little sea chanty from the days of sailors and pirates. They sang it every time they hoisted a sail.
Beautiful work. Now put the mission clue in your inventory so we... Okay, all sensors indicate that Polly hid a mission clue in the professor's virtual collection. Feel like browsing through the virtual collection? Just click on the machine, or go to the gallery in the back if you feel like creating your own work.
Good work, Snotley. Now you just have to figure out which of Daddy's great works I hid the mission clue in.
We need a clue.
Quick, Snotley, what U.S. state is famous for its peaches?
Peaches from Georgia are famous all around the world, and Georgia happens to be the first name of an artist whose portrait I love. Let's go.
Okay,
When you look at this painting, ask yourself this. How did the artist make it clear that the subject of this portrait was a king? When the King of Spain told Velázquez to paint his portrait, Velázquez decided to paint the king in an incredibly expensive and noble outfit. They say that clothes make the man. In this case, we know the king is a king because the portrait painter dressed him in fine silk and lace. The artist painted this portrait of himself with a mustache to give himself a mysterious look. This self-portrait was painted in gloomy colors. Was this artist in a good mood or a bad mood? Vincent van Gogh liked to paint himself in colors that expressed his dark and gloomy moods. People sometimes feel blue. Van Gogh sometimes felt green. For Van Gogh, colors didn't have to be true to life as long as they expressed how he felt. The artist painted this portrait of... You're looking for a portrait of an artist named Georgia. Throughout his life, Rembrandt painted more than 6... The artist who painted this found beauty in the most ordinary of things, even a simple kitchen maid pouring water from a pitcher. This is one of the earliest paintings ever found. This beautiful work showing musicians was painted with little dots of paint. Georges Seurat painted this blurry scene of musicians at a sideshow. Seurat applied the paint to the canvas with little dots. Up close, the painting looks like a bunch of colored dots. Step back a little, and the images of the musicians magically come to life. This landscape painting of a stormy sea is really a seascape, not a landscape. This still life with apples was painted by Cézanne. This is a still life of a plate of fish. Nothing strange there, but isn't it odd how the plate seems to float in the air? This is a Dutch still life. 300 years ago, the painters in Holland perfected the art of realistically painting flowers. This is a portrait of the artist Georgia O'Keeffe. Over time, photographs have become the most popular way of capturing a person's portrait. This portrait is a photograph of one of America's most important artists, Georgia O'Keeffe, standing in front of one of her beautiful paintings. Did you notice the regal profile of her face? Georgia O'Keeffe moved to New Mexico and began painting mysterious images of the desert landscape around her.
No. I interrupt this regularly scheduled program to bring you this.
I can't believe her. Just when you think you've finished a mission, she throws another obstacle at us. No problem. You can figure this one out.
This is a puzzle of homonyms. Homonyms are words that sound the same, but are spelled differently and have different meanings.
Now, terrific! This floor's empty. I'm picking up a clue reading in the professor's biosphere. Oh, yes! We're underground again.
Don't leap to conclusions on this question. Which animal starts off life as a tadpole? A caterpillar, a frog, or a turtle? Just a lucky guess. This question's gonna bury you. What do you call a huge mass of snow that can move at speeds of over 100 miles per hour? A glacier, an avalanche, or a blizzard? just a lucky guess. This is an animal that reminds me of you, Butley. What animal is known for its warts? A tadpole, a turtle, or a toad? Everyone knows that. Stuck in an airlock, Rotley? No wonder you're such an airhead. Which insect was named after a Greek god? The fire ant, the Apollo butterfly, the giant grasshopper? Big deal, you got one right. Don't get cheeky with me, Gutley. Just answer the question. Which animal carries food around in expandable cheek pouches? An elephant, an Apollo butterfly, or a chipmunk? Yeah, so you got it right.
Discovered, an animal that feeds on royal jelly. This makes it larger than the other animals around it. This is...
Touchdown! You land... All right, you snagged that. We should go to the time machine. I hope you're ready. All right, things are going... Time to finish up another mission. Click the on button to start the wheel.
Okay, kids, it's Pollywood Squares with your host, Monty Monitor. Pull up a chair, answer a few questions, and you'll win the chance to rescue poor Verna Ventbot before she sells all her candy and leaves nothing for anyone else. Your first clue is a hammer. The hammer will tell you what your mission is all about. Pounder, beetle, mallet, and maul. They're all names for a hammer, one of the oldest tools ever invented. Which part of your body has a bone called a hammer? That's right! Deep inside your ear, there's a little bone called a hammer. The hammer moves sound from your eardrum to your inner ear. Besides hearing, what else does the ear control? Good! There's liquid deep inside your ear that sends messages to your brain to help you keep your balance. The word balance also refers to an instrument used for comparing the weight of two objects. What can you weigh with a balance? Congratulations! Coins are small enough to weigh with a balance, and coins are what your mission is all about.
Wow, we're going back to the invention of coins. Oh, there's no telling what trouble Verna Ventbot is getting herself into.
A pair of chopsticks is your second clue. The chopsticks will show you where in the world your mission will take you. Imagine eating dinner with two sticks. That's what chopsticks are. Skinny bamboo or wooden sticks used for eating food. Chopsticks were invented in which country? Good. In meals eaten with chopsticks, the food comes to the table already cut up. That's why you don't need a knife. Over 1 billion people live in China. On what continent is China? Good thinking! Asia is the largest of all continents. It also has the most people. Did you know that 3 out of every 5 people on Earth live in Asia? Which of the following countries is partly in Asia and partly in Europe? That's right. Turkey is a country in the Middle East. Turkey is where coins were invented.
Hey, we're halfway there. Keep going. You're doing great.
Your third clue is a scale. The scale will tell you who invented coins. This scale is called a balance. All you do is put objects into each pan and compare their weights. This type of scale was once used to weigh coins and other small objects. A symbol is something that stands for an idea. The scale is a symbol of what idea? Way to go! Justice is fairness. If you are just, you'll make fair decisions. The scales of justice symbolize the fairness of the laws. If the law treats everyone equally, the scales will be balanced. Who came to America in search of justice and freedom? Good for you! The Pilgrims came to America in 1620 in search of religious freedom. They wanted to live in a place where they could lead a just life and be treated fairly. The Pilgrims are famous for eating turkey. What people are famous for living in Turkey? You guessed it! The Lydians lived in the region known as Turkey, way before Turkey got that name. The Lydians invented gold and silver coins to make trading easier.
Venbot's hanging with the Lydians. I only hope they're getting along. Come on, just one more clue to go.
Your fourth clue is a cash register. It will show you when coins were invented. The cash register was invented 100 years ago by the owner of a tavern. He wanted to keep a clear record of the money that came into his bar so that none of the workers would steal it. Cash registers hold money in the form of coins or bills. What do you call fake cash that looks real? There's no fooling you. If you make fake coins or bills, you're a counterfeiter. Real coins are no longer made from which of the following? Not bad at all. The world's first coins were made from silver and gold. Today, coins may look silver, but they're nothing but copper and nickel. Silver is a precious metal first used to make coins around 2,400 years ago. When were coins first made? No, try again. Very good. The Lydians made coins in 600 BC. Soon, the Egyptians started making coins. Buying and selling was changed forevermore.
All this talk about metals is making me hungry. Let's find Venbot and get some candy. I love a chocolate bar with nuts and bolts. Well, this is it. The time. Click on me to start the trip. Next stop, Turkey. The Lydians are about to invent the world's first coins. Think they'll succeed? Let's flip on it. Heads say they do, tails say they don't. Bingo! There's Verna Vendbot, the robot vending machine. What's she doing with that Lydian mom and her kid? I get it. The kid wants to use the world's first coin to get some candy out of Venbot. Can't blame him, really. But still, you better hit that recall button. Phew, that was close. They're gonna use the coins to buy bread. That's the thing with money. You can purchase an item without having to trade something you made. Make sure your seat backs are in their upright locked positions while I take us home. There's no place like home. Press the back button on the utility belt to leave the time machine. We back at the robot roost, and we've added another robot to the collection.
Another robot safe at home. I bet you think you're the smartest little robot in the world now, don't you, Gutley? Well, you're not as smart as I am, and I'm gonna make the next mission so tough you'll beg to be taken to the scrap heap.
No time to pat ourselves on the back. Select another question so we can save another robot. Click on the inventory to start a mission. Let's take a look at that.
Some people claim that human beings are the only animals who use tools. Plenty of animals use tools. Horses have been known to pick up a stick to scratch their backs, and chimpanzees use sticks to fish for termites hidden deep inside logs. What were mankind's first tools used for?
The first tools were hammers, screwdrivers, and wrenches. After all, people needed something to fix their televisions with.
Horrifying but true, Polly. Obviously, there were no TV repairmen back then, so clever humans invented hammers and screwdrivers to fix televisions on their own.
Please, you mean to tell me that televisions were invented before tools? How did people build TVs in the first place? With their teeth? We've got to get to the invention of tools before Polly goes too far. Click on the inventory button to put away the transquizzer.
Well, Boobly, I've sent Hank, the robot repairman, to fix things once and for all. Try all you want, but there's nothing you can do. I've hidden the following 4 clues, and I bet you'll never find them. A fingerprint, a bus, an iron, and a penguin.
Hank can fix anything. Where would I be without my weekly tweaking? We've got to find those clues and get him back so we can fix Polly for good. Okay, let's get moving, or Polly will be one step ahead of us. Careful now, I'm going to sense around here. Okay, all sensors indicate that Polly hid a mission clue in the observatory. Cool, I sensed another clue. We're back at the maze again. See the box down there? Maybe Polly has put something in there again.
You're so right, Botley. And this time it's not going to be easy. Maybe you and your little friend should just give up now and go play with some of my old baby toys.
Terrific! Polly has nothing over you. Great! Okay. Here we go again. Polly's launched another one of the mission clues into space. Man your battle stations.
I hope you and your buddy enjoyed the void, because that's where you're headed.
I think you know what to do. Click on the telescope and we'll get started. So there's Polly's transmission and our hint. You better act fast before it's sucked into the black hole. Polly's hints are 6 radio packets big. Looks like a shower of comets is approaching, so watch out! If they get fantastic, you destroyed an asteroid. You dealt with that comet? Whoa. Another asteroid bites the dust. What comet deflected? No. Another asteroid bites the dust. Nice shoot. Great! You got another comet deflected. No damage. Great! You got another radio wave packet. Oh no! Out of lasers for that ship. Another asteroid. Great! You got another radio wave packet. That's it! Now it's time to decode Polly's message. Here comes Polly's... Almost there, but it seems Polly left a grammatical booby trap. I see what's happening. Oh, you make quick sense out of that messy sentence. Not done yet. There's more to figure out. See, the sentence is basically okay. Oh, you make quick sense out of that messy sentence. But wait, there's more to be done. It seems the sentence is assembled correctly. Great! You decoded one of the sentences. Almost there, but it seems Polly left a grammatical booby trap. See, the sentence is basically okay, but there are more words than we need. Great! You decoded one of the sentences. Not done yet. There's more to figure out. See, the sentence is basically okay. Great! You decoded one of the sentences. Something's not right. We gotta fix this sentence. It seems the sentence is Way to go! You nailed the code!
Hold your nose when I'm in the sky. Half of me is a hairy goat. The other half is a fish. I'm a goat with the tail of a slippery fish. I know I look as weird as I smell. I can swim and scamper across the sky.
Way to go! The hint is unscrambled. You need to click on any of the constellations, and this machine will tell you.
Capricorn.
Way to go! You picked the right constellation, and now the ship is heading back here. We made contact! Hey, that was great. We need to check out another. Sensors on. I'm gonna run a sweep of this floor. Out of luck. There are no mission clues here. Let's try another floor. Stand back now while I sense the place out. Okay, all sensors indicate that Polly hid a mission clue in the kitchen. There's also a mission clue in the painting gallery. Here we are in the painting gallery. Any sign of Polly?
Time to paint me a picture, Rockley, if you want that mission clue. You think you can manage this? The Happy Mummy. The happy-go-lucky mummy walked through the desert. Little did he know that a scorpion hid behind the cactus waiting to sting him.
The gallery's filled. If you want to start a new painting, you'll have to go back to something you've already started and erase the canvas. Click on the sheet of paper on the floor to read Polly's story. Hey, it's a weird story, but we've got to illustrate. add the... Bingo! I've said... Of course, the door's still locked, but you'll have no trouble getting the combination.
Oh, please hurry. I'm faint with hunger.
You got the first lock. 2 more to go.
Ten ones have been borrowed from the tens column and added to the one. Looks like 10 tens have been...
All right, you got 2 locks. Just 1 more. Nope, that's not right. I don't think that number's right. Try again. You did it! I knew Polly couldn't keep us out. We're in the kitchen again, and you know what that means. Chow time! And Mort's ready to munch. So, Mort, what do you think will satisfy you tonight?
You know what sounds good? Some egg foo young. And that goes great with some good soap, nice metal gears, super concentrated lemon juice, and refined sugar.
Yum! That sounds delicious. Now click on the on-off switch in front of the feeding machine, and I'll crank this baby into gear. Bon appetit!
Just the right combination of delicate flavors.
Way to go! Man, that Mort can put it away.
For providing such a fine feast, here's a little tip.
Okay, stash that. We've got everything. We should go to the... We made it! Time to finish up another mission. Click the on button to start the wheel.
Don't touch that mouse. You're tuned to the most happening game show on Earth. It's Hollywood Squares with me, your happening host, Monty Monitor. Today's grand prize, the safe return of Hank, the robot repairman. Your first clue is a fingerprint. Use it to identify what you'll be investigating on your mission. No two fingerprints are alike. That's why 100 years ago, police in England became the first to use fingerprints for catching crooks. Fingerprints are the ridges on our fingertips. Why do we have fingerprints in the first place? Yes! The ridges on our fingers make it easier to pick up objects. If our fingers were perfectly smooth, everything would slip right out of them. Many four-legged animals grasp objects with their two front limbs. What don't humans do with their two front limbs? No, people eat with their front limbs. Right! People's front limbs are their arms, and people are the only animals that don't use their front limbs for walking. Even our closest relatives, the apes and chimpanzees, use their arms for walking. When humans first started to walk with their legs only, their hands became free to make things. What did humans make first? You are correct. Once humans started to walk upright, their hands were free to make better and better tools.
So it seems Polly sent Hank, the robot repairman, back to the time in history when tools were first invented. Keep going. You're doing great.
Your second clue is a bus. Next stop, the place where your mission will take you. On your left, ladies and gentlemen, you can see a bus. One of the world's very first buses was a sightseeing bus that drove tourists around the interesting sights of New York City. Who became famous for refusing to give up her seat on a bus? Yes! Rosa Parks was riding on a bus in Montgomery, Alabama, when a white man told her to get out of her seat. He thought he had a right to Rosa's seat just because she was black. When Rosa refused to budge, she became a hero. Rosa Parks helped to start a movement to treat everyone in America equally. What is that movement called? That's right! The Civil Rights Movement wants everyone in society to be treated fairly. That includes righting the wrongs inflicted on black Americans ever since the days of slavery. Where did many of the slaves in America originally come from? Yes, Africa is the continent that a large number of American slaves came from. Africa is an amazing place with a rich history and cultural tradition. Human life began in Africa, and that's where tools were invented.
You did it! Tools were invented in Africa. Keep going, we're almost there.
Your third clue is a new iron. The iron will lead you to the people who invented tools. An iron uses heat to press the wrinkles out of clothing. Before electricity, irons were heated up by placing them in the fire. A modern electric iron is each of the following except what? Correct. And iron helps you perform a task. That's what makes it a tool. It uses the power of heat to help you perform the task. That's what makes it a machine. But irons are no longer made from iron. Iron is a metal found underground in a mixture of metals and non-metals. What's that mixture called? All right! To get pure iron, you have to separate it from the mixture we call ore. Once humans learned how to extract metal from ore, they were able to make stronger tools. Which of the following early humans did not know how to extract metals from ore? Rock and roll! During the Stone Age, humans had not yet learned how to extract metals from ore. Stone Age humans made the world's first tools, but they could only make them from stone.
Okay, so Stone Age humans made the first tools in Africa. All we have to do now is find out when tools were invented.
Your fourth clue is a penguin. The penguin will tell you when tools were invented. Penguins are killer swimmers. Like porpoises, penguins can leap in and out of water when they swim. What kind of animal is a penguin? Nice job! Penguins can't fly, but they swim better than any other bird on Earth. Birds are the only animals in the world with feathers and forelimbs used for flying. Birds evolved from what animal? Dynamite! Ha ha! Birds aren't related to the famous flying dinosaurs named pterosaurs, but they did evolve from dinosaurs, believe it or not. When would you be guaranteed not to get stepped on by a dinosaur? T-Rexcellent! 2.5 million years ago, dinosaurs were long gone from Earth. But there were humans, and they were using tools.
We did it! We did it! We now know that Stone Age humans and fasten your seatbelt and click on me when you're ready to go. Okay, Stone Age man is about to invent the world's first tool. That took place in Africa millions of years ago. Let's check it out. Whoa! Hank the robot repairman is delivering a television to a prehistoric cave woman. She doesn't even have cable. Wait just 1 second. The world's first tools weren't made for fixing televisions. Hit that recall button before Hank changes channels on history. See? The first tools were used to help people prepare their food. Now back to the future. Whoa, that was some landing. Press the back button on the utility belt to leave the time machine. Hey, things are looking up here. We've added another robot to the roost. Can you say sweet dreams?
Plodly, Plodly, what am I going to do with you? Are you trying to make me fail this test? I guess I'll have to make it a little tougher on you to get the next robot.
Let's take a look at that transquizzer and select another mission. Click on the inventory. All right, we still got places to go.
In Greek myth, Pan invented the first musical instrument. One day along the banks of a river, Pan sighed a long sigh. His breath produced a sad sound as it passed through the reeds that grew along the river. With the reeds, he made a shepherd's pipe. There are countless musical instruments throughout the world. What kind of instrument is the saxophone?
A saxophone, eh? Well, it's electric, and you bang on it with sticks. And it's really, really big. Yes, that big electric drum-like thing that has always been one of my very favorite instruments. I adore Beethoven's Saxophone Symphony No. 3, don't you?
I sure do, Polly. Once again, you've pinned the tail on the donkey. The saxophone is an enormous electric drum set. Some of the world's most accomplished classical composers have paid homage to its electrifying beat.
Oh, great. No more saxophones if Polly gets her way. I love their mournful songs. Drums are nice, but we've got plenty of drums. Click on the inventory button to put away the transquizzer.
Oh, beat it, Motley. I'm sick of your whining. If you're so upset, try to find BongoBot, the robot I sent to take the wind out of the saxophone. To find BongoBot, first you'll have to find these 4 clues: a windmill, a birthday cake, a bone, and a seashell.
Not BongoBot, the 6-armed robot drummer. When he gets wailing, there's no stopping him, just like there's no stopping Polly. Time to find those clues or we're beat. Careful now, I'm going to sense around here. No doubt about it, there's a clue in the robot maze. We're back at the maze again. See the box down there? Maybe Polly has put something in there again.
You're so right, Botley. And this time it's not going to be easy. Maybe you and your little friend should just give up now and go play with some of my old baby toys.
Oops, that didn't work. Don't worry, he's okay. See if you can figure out where you went wrong. robot reached its destination and... Beautiful job! This floor is empty. Stand back now while I sense the place out. I'm picking up a clue reading in the professor's biosphere. There's also a mission clue in the shrinking machine room. Look, we're at the Shrink-O-Matic again.
Just let me know if you need any information about my darling specimens.
Well, Clueless, you might as well know there's a mission clue hidden in one of the specimens. This hint should make it clear where it's hidden. Egghead bought this specimen at the hardware store. When he tried to use it, he smashed his thumb.
With this specimen, a smashed thumb would be the least of my worries.
Choose carefully. Do you think that's the right...
Bon voyage, Botley. That's French, you know.
Later! We found it! Just pick up the clue and add it to the inventory. Great! I'm picking up a mission clue vibe from the biosphere. We've got to go to the generator. This place is dead. Okay. Time to power up! Pick the right batteries and plug them in! One ring down, one more to go! Fantastic! You finished the second ring. Now hold on tight, because we're about to get a mega power surge! It's always so cool! Now back to saving the world. Okay, all sensors indicate that Polly hit a mission clue in the music hall. Looks like the door is locked again. We'll have to figure out the password to open it. Hey, Beethoven!
Please, I'm trying to finish the symphony, but I'll be here if you need help. Story.
Hey, wait a...
Funny.
You've got a real talent for this.
Color.
Terrific! We're almost in.
Draw.
You figured out all four.
Yes, the password is cartoon.
me. Polly-o, 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 polly-o. We're ready.
You cannot stop me. Play this song, Dudley. I want to hear it like it was meant to be heard.
Click on the music tablet.
The music is all mixed up.
Beautiful job.
This song is called Waltzing-a-Matilda. It was a popular song from the Australian outback, land of the kangaroo and the koala bear.
Beautiful work. Now put the mission clue in your inventory so this floor's empty. Great. I've got a strong... Oh, yeah. Beneath the professor's bite.
Rotley, you're such a lightweight. But see if you can answer this. Which animal needs hollow bones in order to move about? An elephant? A spider? A bird? Yeah, so you got it right. Would anyone care for an easy question? Oh, too bad. It seems I've run out. Which animal is preyed upon by birds? The gazelle, the eagle, the grasshopper? Big deal, you got one right. Don't let this one blow you away. Which tree is shaped like an umbrella because of strong winds and nibbling giraffes? A cactus, a palm tree, an acacia tree? Which tree is shaped like an umbrella because of strong winds and nibbling giraffes? Sorry, but that's wrong. This one ought to give you a charge. Which animal is cleaned by small birds? An iguana, a sea anemone, or a rhinoceros? Oh, so sorry. Don't jump to conclusions on this question. Which animal is moist, slimy, and jumps? A toad, a frog, or a grasshopper? Which animal is moist, slimy, and jumps? A toad, a frog, or a grasshopper? You're out of there. You've got to take this question warts and all. Which animal is dry, warty, and walks? A toad, a frog, or a grasshopper? Wait till next time. This question might be beyond your reach. Which animal has a tongue that is 1.5 feet long? A gecko, a giraffe, a boa constrictor? Wait till next time. This question might be beyond your reach. Which animal can jump the highest? A grasshopper, an impala, or a flying fish? Ooh, so close, but not right. I hate to spring this one on you, but which animal leaves large footprints that hold water that other animals drink? A kangaroo rat, an elephant, an orangutan? Everyone knows that.
Hey, nice landing. That was nice work. We should go to the top. We made it. Welcome back to the Wheel of Invention. As our current champion, it's your turn to spin the wheel. Just click the on button.
Welcome to Pollywood Squares with Monty Monitor. Answer all the questions and you, yes you, can save the world. Rescue Bongobot, the 6-armed robot drummer, and he'll give you a handshake you'll never forget. Your first clue is a windmill. The windmill will show you the subject of your mission. Windmills were once used for grinding up grain in a process called milling. Windmills perform useful work because wind has what? You're off to a great start. Wind is moving air, and moving air has energy that windmills put to use. Today, windmills are used to turn the wind's energy into electricity. What creates beautiful sound with the energy of the wind? Music to my ears. A wind chime will tinkle away whenever a breeze passes, thanks to the energy of moving air. Wind chimes are played by the wind. But which of the following is a wind instrument played by a musician? Well, blow me down. You're right again. Saxophones are called wind instruments because you blow into them to make music. The sax is made from brass. Its curved neck produces jazzy sounds.
So we're on our way to the invention of the saxophone. I'm jazzed.
Your second clue is a birthday cake. Make a wish and you'll discover the year when saxophones were created. You should cut your next birthday cake into 9 million slices. That's because you share your birthday with 9 million people. Before a birthday cake is sliced, everybody sings the words to the famous birthday song. What do you call the words to a song? Go tell it on the mountain. Ha ha! The human voice is the only instrument that can sing lyrics. Which group of music makers does not sing lyrics? Excellent! Orchestras are large groups of musicians who usually play classical music. The orchestra, as we know it, was born around 1600, 2.5 centuries before the saxophone was invented. When was the saxophone invented? Impressive! The saxophone was first invented for military bands. Soon, all kinds of bands and orchestras were playing the sax. You've discovered the year of your mission, 1846.
That means Polly sent Bongo Bot 150 years into the past. Keep going. We gotta find out where she sent him.
The third clue is a bone. The bone will show you where in the world you have to go. The oldest musical instruments ever found were the bones of a woolly mammoth. 35,000 years ago, people made music by banging the bones together. The prehistoric woolly mammoth bones are most similar to which modern instrument? You're no bonehead! Whether you're hitting bones together or banging on a drum, you're playing a percussion instrument. A percussion instrument is an instrument that makes a noise when it's beaten or shaken. A drum produces a beat called rhythm. Which musicians move to the rhythm of drums? You're in step. And keeping in step is important for marching bands. Marching bands use drums not only to keep time musically, but to help them march. The saxophone was invented for a military marching band in a European country. Which country was that? Vive la France! France is a European country famous for fashion, art, fine food, and saxophones.
Oh no! Bongo Bot hates frogs' legs. Keep going. We have to get to France and save him from that froggy fate.
Your fourth clue is a seashell. Put it up to your ear and listen for the person who invented the saxophone. When you put an empty shell up to your ear, you don't hear the sea. You actually hear the sound of blood rushing to your ear. Some seashells make excellent trumpets. By blowing into a seashell, a musician produces what? That sounds right. When you blow into a shell, the air inside vibrates, and that produces musical notes. Stringing notes together in a pattern creates music. What do you call a person who writes music? Try it again, Sam. That's right. Composers don't forget what they write because they have a special system for writing down musical notes. Which of the following is not a famous composer? You named it. Antoine Joseph Sax was an instrument maker who became famous for inventing the kazoo. Just kidding. Sax invented the saxophone.
Well, it's time to get jazzy. Dig. Bongo Bot's making collect calls on the saxophone. We better go before he hangs up on history.
Hey, I could get used to this. Click on me to get us started.
Ah, yes. Paris in the springtime. Antoine Joseph Sax is about to invent the saxophone. Bon voyage! There's Monsieur Sax. He's showing off his new invention. What do you think BongoBot has up his 6 sleeves? Oh no! BongoBot switched instruments! The saxophone is now a loud electric drum set! Hit the recall button and save the history of jazz! That was close. Sax has his invention back, and we've got BongoBot. Now the world of music can develop real sax appeal. Now hold on while I steer this contraption back. Phew, we made it back. Always a good sign. Press the back button on the utility belt to leave the time machine. We need to put this robot to rest. Hey, things are looking up here. We've added another robot to the roost. Can you say sweet dreams?
Another robot safe at home. I bet you think you're the smartest little robot in the world now, don't you, Gutley? Well, you're not as smart as I am, and I'm going to make the next mission so tough you'll beg to be taken to the scrap heap.
All right, we still got places to go and robots to rescue. Click on the inventory to start a mission. All right.
How's this for a throne? The world's first flushing toilet was invented 400 years ago for Queen Elizabeth I of England. Elizabeth liked the invention, but not the inventor. They had a fight, and he was banished from the kingdom. Talk about a royal flush. The first toilets were invented long before Queen Elizabeth sat on her throne. How did the world's first toilets flush?
Well, Miss Winkle, early toilets had no place to send waste, so the inventor decided to just obliterate the whole mess. You pushed a button, and it exploded. Clean, simple, and sanitary.
I can't imagine how you came up with that answer, Polly, but you're exactly right. The world's first toilets required very little maintenance. Once you used it, all you did was blow it up.
Nature calls, and Polly throws a hand grenade in response. I'm sure the first toilets weren't invented for a single use. What a waste. We can't stand for this. Click on the inventory button to put away the transquizzer.
The people who invented the first toilets didn't stand for it either. In any case, I sent Brunuella, the robot bombshell, to take care of this one. She's not easy to miss, but these 4 clues sure are. A diaper, a snake, a seagull, and a penny.
Brunuella the bombshell! But she's my girlfriend! Well, not really my girlfriend. Well, not even really my friend, to tell you the truth. Well, she doesn't even know I exist. Okay. But she will now. Let's find those clues and save my Brunuella. Stand back now while I sense the place out. No doubt about it. There's a clue in the robot maze. We're back at the maze again. See the box down there? Maybe Polly has put something in there again.
You're so right, Botley. And this time it's not going to be easy. Maybe you and your little friend should just give up now and go play with some of my old baby toys.
Oops, that didn't work. Don't worry, he's okay. Oh no, it seems the commands weren't in the right order. Okay, try putting the commands in a different... Terrific! Polly has nothing over you. Just put the clue in the inventory and let's beat a path out of this place. Nothing here. Quiet now. I'm going to sense out this area. I'm picking up a clue reading in the professor's biosphere. Ah, and there's another clue in the shrinking machine room. Look, we're at the Shrink-O-Matic again.
I'm here to help if you need me.
Well, Clueless, you might as well know there's a mission clue hidden in one of the specimens. This hint should make it clear where it's hidden. Egbert makes a special beauty wrap out of this specimen. He covers his entire body in it while he sleeps.
Robot scientists do not sleep, and besides, I'm quite beautiful as is. It's the sea otter that wraps himself in this specimen. Kelp. Kelp is a sea plant.
Do you think that...
Happy trails!
Later! Not that I don't enjoy being helpful, but I'd really like to get this... Whoa! Way to go! You freed the clue that Polly hid. Now put it into your inventory so we can get back to saving life as we know it. Okay. Oh, yes! Beneath the...
Bear with me, Drotley. This will all be over soon. Which animal hibernates during the cold winter? The woodpecker, the Gila monster, or the black bear? Big deal, you got one right. Bear with me, Drotley. This will all be over soon. Which animal sheds its antlers every year? A mule deer, a rhinoceros, or an elephant? Everyone knows that. Sometimes big things come in small packages. The bite of which animal has been known to spread disease? The rattlesnake, the flea, the shark? Just a lucky guess. Back again? Boy, you're as stubborn as a mule, aren't you, Plopley? Which animal climbs rocks the best? A giraffe, a rattlesnake, or a goat? Big deal, you got one right. If I were an animal, what would I be? I know. Figure this one out. Which animal feeds exclusively on royal jelly? A jellyfish, a king cobra, or a queen bee? Big deal, you got one right.
Touchdown! All right, you snagged. Let's move on. Keep still while I sense around for clues. Okay, all sensors indicate that Polly hid a mission clue in the kitchen. Well, the door's locked again. Time to figure out the combinations to those locks.
Oh, please hurry. I'm faint with hunger.
You got the first lock. 2 more to go. All right, you got 2 locks. Just 1 more. I don't think that number's right. Try again. You did it! I knew Polly couldn't keep us out. We're in the kitchen again. Chow time, and Mort's ready to munch. What's your pleasure, Mort?
Let's see. Tonight I'm in the mood for a bowl of hot and nutritious oatmeal. And that goes great with strawberries, used axle grease, maple syrup, and refined sugar.
Good thing you have a cast iron stomach, Mort. Now click on the on-off switch in front of the feeding machine, and I'll crank this baby into gear. Bon appetit! Good thing you dumped that. Mort is so finicky. You'll get it this time.
Thank you. I must tell the other robots about your brilliant cooking.
All right, you've won, and now maybe he'll shut up.
For providing such a fine feast, here's a little tip.
Okay, stash that clue in your inventory and let's finish this mission. We've got everything we need to go. We should go to the top. I hope you're ready for... Welcome back to the Wheel of Invention. As our current champion, it's your turn to spin the wheel. Just click the on button.
Hey, kids, ready to save the world? Brutalmoose the robot bombshell is ticking away, and it's time for you to come to a rescue. As always, I'm your host, Monty Monitor, and this is Pollywood Squares. Your first clue is a diaper. It will tell you what your mission is all about. Did you know that some plastic diapers have a longer life than the babies who wear them? Diapers pollute the environment. What helps protect the environment? Good work! Recycling things like aluminum cans, glass bottles, and plastic helps to control the amount of garbage that pollutes the environment. Recycling helps to conserve what? You're a natural at this. Natural resources are things nature produces that help people live their lives. For the sake of future generations, it's important not to waste them. Which of the following uses up a natural resource? All right. Every time you flush a toilet, you use more than a gallon of water. You found what your mission is all about. Toilets.
Brutalmoose was sent back to the invention of the toilet? This could get interesting.
Your second clue is a penny. The penny will tell you when in history the toilet was invented. Start saving your pennies. It only takes 100 million pennies to become a millionaire. Which president is on the U.S. penny? That's right! Abe Lincoln led America through the difficult years of the Civil War. Many people consider him to be the best president America ever had. What was Abe Lincoln's occupation before he became a politician? Good going! Lincoln went from an expert on laws to a maker of laws. There were no lawyers before the invention of laws. In which year were there laws that people followed? That's right! By the year 2000 BC, the ancient Babylonians had invented laws to keep order. In that same year, another culture invented the toilet.
We're heading all the way back to 2000 BC? I hope there are rest stops along the way.
Your third clue is a snake. The snake will show you where toilets were invented. Don't be afraid of snakes. Bee stings and lightning kill more people every year than snakes do. But if you're still worried, you should live in Alaska. There are no snakes in Alaska. Which other state has no snakes? No, there are snakes in Maine. No, plenty of snakes in Arizona, including the dreaded rattlesnake. Aloha! The entire state of Hawaii was formed by volcanic explosions under the sea. Hawaii is a group of what? Of course, an island is a body of land, smaller than a continent, but completely surrounded by water. Which of the following is also an island? Good guess! Crete is an island in the Mediterranean Sea. It was the island home of the Minoan civilization.
All right, one more clue to go and we're out of here.
Your fourth clue is a seagull. The seagull will show you where your mission will take place. The seagull is a hungry bird. If you ate as much as a seagull eats, you'd have to consume 285 pounds of meat every day. That's a lot to swallow. Which of the following do seagulls not eat? That's right. Seaweeds are plants that live in the sea. Some seaweeds can grow hundreds of feet long. They grow on rocks and on the seabed. Seaweed is commonly eaten by which people? Yes, that's right. Seaweed's popular in Japan. Japanese restaurants are helping to make seaweed popular around the world. Japanese people live on the islands known as Japan. Who lived on the island known as Crete? That's right! The Minoans lived on the island of Crete 4,000 years ago. They developed an advanced civilization with palaces, writing, and even toilets.
Off we go! It's time to stop Brunuela from flushing the history of the toilet. Fasten your seatbelt and click on me when you're ready to go. The island of Crete 4,000 years ago. The Minoan people had built a paradise on Earth, but what we've got to find is the world's first toilet. It's Brunuela, the robot bombshell. And there's a Minoan guy. It looks like he just walked out of the... facilities. Oh no! Brunuela's gonna blow that baby up! Hit the recall button before the world's first toilet gets flushed to smithereens. Check it out! The world's first toilet was flushed by Mother Nature. The tides came in and cleaned the whole thing out. Pretty cool. Make sure your seat backs are in their upright locked positions while I take us home. Ah, there's no place like home. Press the back button on the utility belt to leave the time machine. We need to put this robot to rest. Back at the robot roost, and we've added another robot to the collection.
So, Rotley, you think you foiled my plan by rescuing all those robots? Well, my test score may be 0 now, but there's still that extra credit question. And Miss Winkle says that extra credit questions always more than make up for the rest of the test. This extra credit question involves the origins of the universe. Now, we all know she's expecting me to discuss the Big Bang, but I'd rather discuss the Big Bot. Yeah, that's right. I think the universe started with a robot named Botley.
Me? But I thought there was, I don't know, mutual respect developing between us.
Save me the schmaltz, Blotley. Daddy programmed you to obey me, so I order you to march on over to the handy-dandy time machine and set those dials to way, way back, to the beginning of the universe.
But, Polly, the beginning of the universe would mean the end of me. You can't mean that.
You should never have tried to stop me, Plodley. I mean, I didn't deserve that big fat F on my test. No, I really had no choice but to send those robots back to change history so I could get the A I so richly deserved. The A Miss Winkle refused to give me. I know my father said I was never, ever under any circumstances to play with his time machine. But I know in my heart that if he were here right now, he'd say, Polly, Miss Winkle robbed you. Now go out there and change the history of the world, you brave, brilliant, beautiful little girl.
Ahem.
Uh-oh.
Professor Spark! Oh, it's so good to see you.
Hello, Botley. Hello, Polly.
So, how is the annual Time Warp Inventors Convention, Daddy? As fun as usual?
Yes, it was very informative. Very informative indeed. Funny how you think you know a thing or two about history, and then all of a sudden, it changes on you.
But, Daddy, I can explain.
I'm waiting.
Botley made me do it. He must have a faulty chip or something. I tried to stop him, but he was out of control. Oh, Daddy, I'm so glad you're home.
Nice try, Polly. But I think Miss Winkle might tell a different tale.
Oh, Daddy, Miss Winkle just doesn't understand. I thought she did, but she doesn't.
Fortunately, Polly, she understands enough to let you retake that quiz right now.
Hello, Polly. I'm so glad to give you this opportunity. Of course, because you took the test once, I can't give you the same questions. So I've made up another test just for you. I hope you've been brushing up on your Latin.
Latin? Latin? Oh, but Daddy!
Good old Professor Spark. Nothing gets by him.
You just wait till next time, Snotley.
Okay, now that all the robots are home safe, feel free to stay and explore the mountain all you want. But don't count Polly out just yet. She could still show up at any time. All right, things are going well. That area way in back of me is where all the professor's time-traveling robots are stored. It does my CPU chip good to know that I've helped bring these guys back where they belong. All right, things are going well.